What is up, people? Party people, how's it going? Happy Monday, start of a brand new week, and a lot of people are getting sour because their gas prices are up and they aren't going down. Yeah, that's right. They aren't going down, at least not for a little while, until this conflict is over, because there is a price to pay when your leaders make deals with dictators. When they make deals with dictators, they force the status quo, the enslavement, the subjugation, the rape of an entire nation. Who am I talking about? Well, Persia, of course. The Persian people. Everyone talking about the sovereign nation of Iran. They're so sovereign they killed like 30,000 of their own people and cut off their own internet. Not anybody else's, just their own. By the way, like their own like people could go outside and talk to people on the internet. Like their internet connection's fine. It's just if you're not part of the government, if you're not part of the Ayatollah, if you're not sucking his dick, getting fucked in the ass. Yeah, I'm gonna get into it, the real gutter and shit, because we're seeing all too often that these cowards are trying to whisper this, sweet nothing in your ear. Oh no, World War III, not another Iraq situation. Oh no, the gas prices are never gonna go down. The whole world economy was this guy. Professor Jang, some fucking commie fucking cuckle doodle doo, shrimp dick noodle fuck, trying to say, oh, without the Strait of Hormuz, okay, the American people are about to die, and then like their economy is going to crash, okay. How many people have died due to communists? How many people? And then you get like these fucking retards, point of privilege, trying to comrade, dog whistle to each other. Yeah, fuck out of here, man. Got Stevie Knight over here tripping out. He's like, oh no, not World War III. Damn. And I think like he knows from his perspective that like manpower wise, like America is not ready for this war, like manpower wise. If we're talking about like if you're just gonna go out there randomly and start conscripting people, even people who are in the military right now, it's not a good look. But like this is where this automation comes from, this push for AI and shit. Like nobody gets let off the hook, okay? Nobody gets let off the hook. No pedophiles, no child diddlers, no people who want to go to Epstein Island. Nobody gets left off the island, all right? I mean, left out of the crosshairs for wanting to go on the island. Left off the island. And talk to Will Smith about that. He probably lost his career because of that. I don't want to go to the island. And then Jada Pinkett Smith is just like, oh, you pussy? I'm gonna cheat on you with like Tupac Shakur, but he's dead. She's like, I know. What? Mm-hmm. Happy year of the flaming horse. I hope everybody's prospering and like doing, their feng shui, their, mantras, all that. Because we're gonna get into it here and now. We're starting to see the cracks of these so-called, self-help gurus, these, manosphere fuckers. They're all coagulating together. They're all coalescing. They're all combining into this single atom and then imploding or exploding, nuclear reaction. I don't fucking know. I think it'll be an explosion, right? Because all the matter can't contain itself, and then it just explodes, and then you have like a Big Bang universe type thing. Except instead of a universe, you have like all these guys like, oh no, I don't have a girlfriend. I hate to say it, but that's a sign of the times, Not so much. It's like a transient moment in your life, and you're like, "Oh, I remember when I was like that." No, excuse me. You got to think about what is it like really all about now. We know that there are millions of guys out there who can't get girlfriends now. One, because it's like they're not for sale. Women aren't for sale. We know that for the past 10 plus years, girls were getting kidnapped and taken abroad back to other countries, specifically Pakistan, but probably all across the Middle East. And now that's going to stop happening. Human trafficking laws are becoming more and more. This is wishful thinking, right? Like this is me assuming everyone's going to just do what America is doing and get internally pissed off at what's going on, because America's like waking up and realizing like the people who are fleecing their country are just some retards from around the world. Like they don't have a lot of IQ. They don't have, you know, like you would say to yourself, okay, I've made enough money. Maybe I should just calm down. I should just like lower my footprint, if you will. Motherfucker got like all these truckers to import, export all this like cocaine across the border into America and shit. Getting all these judges, like Canada side, mind you, to like write off on it, like to let these people off the hook and shit. And America's just not having it. They're like, we're gonna hold these guys in Penitang now. They call it alligator Alcatraz in the Everglades. Oh, dude, mosquitoes, alligators, humidity, broken English, Floridian English. What? What did you say? Come on, boy. What are you doing? Like fucking manual ass labor and shit, and then one day you say, fuck it, I want my freedom. That's it, yo. You become part of the ecosystem. It's a beautiful thing, man. And that was the problem the whole time, right? Canada gives them these kid gloves, right? They come to the country. They're here on visitor visa, student visa, whatever. Oh, I need to go. I need to work to support my family. Can I just do this truck shit? Can I do this like this import business? And then boom, motherfucker's been here like 10, 15 plus years, making millions of dollars, and all these guys are pissed because they lost their fucking drug mule. Their number one drug guy. Like the whole idea, right? And I said this yesterday was you can't get a girl. So what you do is you get some fentanyl. You like slip it in her drink. You do some like rapey ass shit, man. Like fuck. I heard stories about that. Apparently it works. So like, it's a nightmare fuel, man. Mm-mm. They got to go, man. They got to go. But more to the point, they had offspring. Where their offspring saying, you can't touch your penis, man. You gotta know fap. You gotta like respect your inner like man and all that shit. Those fuck you, man. I'll do what the fuck I want. Number one, number two, weak ass bitch motherfuckers. All the no fappers are going to war with all of you. Two ways. One, I'm not gonna talk about touching my meat or not touching my meat. I don't think anybody gives a fuck about that, and I don't care. Like I think that's everybody's personal business, but I just think that like you're fucking lame for bringing that shit up and like specifically sneezing on brown mans and shit. Like I know that like there's other ethnicities, other mans out there who are doing that, but like it's not more prolific. It's not more fucking embarrassing than when you see yet another brown man, yet another brown guy talk about this shit. You man, shut the fuck up, man. Fuck all you guys. Yo, they're saying like, we gotta dial in. We gotta make the most out of these like whatever period of time. I'm like, no, didn't you see that before? Like I've been on your shit for quite some time. You said that shit before, right? Yeah, man. But what it is, right? Like they're gonna fucking find out like they can't get their girls no more because they can't rape their girls no more. Yeah, man, these fucking losers, eh? The IRGC lost. They got ground troops in the country, and what do they say? Oh, we don't want this conflict. The sovereign nation of Iran that like, just happens to like kill 30,000 plus of its people, but most likely they killed more. And that's just like the numbers that you're getting because that's all they're gonna tell you. They're gonna just hide the rest from you, and you're just a bitch ass coward for saying that like, oh, we want to be part of this war. And these other guys, they're like, oh no, I don't have any drugs to rape women with. All these bitches, man, getting fucking exposed for their fuckery, and they can't help it. They can't help the fact that they're gonna spend the rest of their lives alone, man. I jerk off the board a lot. But it's like, is that my endless reality and shit? I guess if I really wanted to be, and sometimes I like, get in my depressed little circle and stuff, but like, for these mans, right? That's all you're gonna ever fucking know. That's all you're ever gonna fucking know. Your fucking Khalistan, your Pakistan Caliphate movement, trying to groom up all these girls and shit. Nuh-uh. Yeah, you lost all your drugs. All your drugs, man. No more fentanyl. No more date rape. No more child rape. No more gang rape. All the rapes are all over, and you have to, like, settle for Brokeback Afghanistan. You, Hassan, the whole crew, the remnant of the IRGC, like on the run, just like chill out in, like, some like country like Maldives or Bali, some like resort hotel and shit. Like nobody really gives a shit that you're like doing your thing. It's just like, oh, I'm off the grid. All right, nobody knows I'm here. Like nobody cares, dude. It's like inevitably, like what were they honestly doing? Excuse me. They're just like a fucking mouthpiece for propaganda. Just talking that shit. Well, America's gonna fall, man. America deserves 9/11. What's the other one? Um, America doesn't need border walls, or doesn't. You hear this one by? I think his name is Hassan Mehdi or something like that. Some like UK politician. You should look at his face, some fucking googly eye, fucking golem ass looking motherfucker. Oh, man, my precious like little girls from the UK. He's like, yo, man, America never really had a border problem, and it's like, oh, we want to play this game, huh? We want to play this game, huh? All right, all right, all right. Yo, man. Yo, Muslims are 100% heterosexual, and they never dressed up boys as little girls and dance with them on Thursday night. No, like in Afghanistan, you call it heterosexual night, where like these guys get on camelback, and then they recite poetry to their wives, all of them, all at the same time. It's just like it's just like pluralistically, my dear wives, I love thee alleth. Some heterosexual shit, man. See, two people could play the same game, dude. Two people could play the exact same game. Like you're gonna get twisted about that and make a fucking news video about that. Make a fucking whatever. I can see the Jews. They're just like they're winning, they're laughing, but they're also like unsure. It's like, what do? We still have to deal with like Kanye West and the like. Kanye West like apologized, but it wasn't good enough. The Jews want answers, man. It's like, why? Why'd you turn on us, brother? And Drake's just like shaking his head, like, oh no, man, I don't know. Actually, I'm wondering, what the fuck, dude? What does Drake think about Kanye's like whole? Yeah, it's like none of my business. It's like these are guys who make like so much money that it's like it's kind of weird to think that like they would have an inner monologue. They're probably just thinking, 1 plus 2 is 3. Therefore, free Palestine. Okay. All right. I see your logic. Okay. Actually, I don't. I actually don't. Because we're all seeing it. We're all seeing it, dude. Like, you can't have both. You cannot have both, right? You can't have like a just cause of like helping out people in a wartime situation. They're like at the mercy of superior arms. These Israelis, they're too bloodthirsty. They're too defending of their women. If only they allowed them to share. They didn't share with me. But the reality of it is, they have basically did it to themselves. They've allowed themselves to become the stand-in bad guy. I mean, what they did was unforgivable, and the fact that like they can't reconcile with that, they can't admit to it. It's almost as if like we're living in 1984, except we're not the people living inside that fictional country, Oceania. It's them. Right speak, wrong speak, double talk, double think. These are all like antiquated, old-ash English terms My English teacher was dolling it out to me. I think I like failed that test. You know what I mean? But like I got it. Like okay, this is what it is. It's basically like nonsensical methodology of control in order to demystify and de-intellectualize the populace. So what you're left with is point of privilege. Point of privilege, Brian. Point of fucking privilege. And these people have been voting the entire time in elections and shit. Fucking over not only us, but, other people's kids. I don't have kids yet. Thank God. Sorry if you do. I'm just trying to like find the fucking silver lining. Sorry, the silver lining in this. Um, I'm not necessarily thrilled about this either, to be fair, because it's something that's thrust upon us all. But if I were to surmise that like if all these guys are crying out, wanting a place in this world, I think conquest would just crush them. I think the difference between us, right, is if you can um, contemplate and comprehend the necessity of pain, then you can understand that these people are not only defeated as is, but like were meant to be defeated because the progeny of their offspring is just going to make the world worse, and everybody knows it. They don't want to, respect women. They don't want to love. They don't want to, leave other people's children alone. This is it for them. Like them, these red pillars that are saying that like, oh, I don't care, Tristan Tate specific. I don't care if like a teenager or whatever is like me. I don't consider that an insult. It's like, of course you would consider that an insult. It's somebody's kid, man. You're gonna have a kid one day, and you're gonna have them turn a teenager, and you're gonna want everybody else's adults to be adults. But if you can't be one yourself, then this is where it ends for you, your whole cause, your whole people. It's funny how like that one Sikh guy was like, repping the cause for Andrew Tate, and he just like chin checked this entire race. He's just like, it's like, I'm Andrew Tate, the bald guy. Yeah, that bald guy, the one who lost to Chase the Moore, and he got to fucking, take that L as well. Oh man. Thinking like you guys can like seize the world. It's kind of crazy too that like I never really wanted to be a pluralist. I wouldn't want to like necessarily be the person that was necessary for me to be like from the outlook of the world and their weak genes and weak men and etc etc. But like it's strange how the entire time he was emulating the man that I was in this weird, like, sycophantic kind of way. Like, I never really thought about it like that. Because he has to, like, and people like him have to put up, like, methods of control to do that. Whereas we just ask. Like, I could be wrong for all I know. And I'm open to that, like, thing, right? But, like, you know, I hate to say this, but, like, I was right, though. I was on Instagram, and then I saw Nelly Furtado, and I'm like, oh shoot, I haven't seen her in so long, right? Like, 20 years ago, I guess. But then, like, I thought to myself, well, how many kids does she have? And it was just like one. And then I realized something. It's not fair, man. It's just not fair. They're not like baby makers. They're not like, people of the past that have to be written out because they have to have your kids. They're important too. And that's why it's important for guys like us to make that distinction. And there's going to be like a lot of guys that are pissed off at us, right? Namely, like our family members and everybody. But it's necessary. When guys are weak, you got to be strong, and you have to be so strong that you burn them all away. It's necessary. Happy Monday, everybody. I hope you have a nice day. And remember, you've already won. They're gonna cry about this war. They're gonna cry about whatever their points of privilege, but oh man. All right. Take care.